Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a complete step-by-step guide on how you can create and sell your own online course. I will be taking you through absolutely everything that you need to know, from creating an initial idea for your course, filming and uploading the course, and then actually going out there how to sell the course and potentially get thousands and thousands of people signed up. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time and jump right in. Step number one is actually creating an idea that you are going to build your course around. There is really two options here. The first is to pick a skill or an interest that you are already actively interested in or you have a lot of knowledge about. Now, it literally does not matter what this is. This could be a high income skill like coding or sales, or alternatively, it could just be a passion of yours like baking or sewing or something along these lines. It might sound absolutely ludicrous and crazy that you can make a lot of money selling a baking course, but for example, if you sell this course for $50, you get 1,000 people to sign up, which I will show you exactly how to do later on, then that's a $50,000 course right there. So as I say, it literally doesn't matter what your course is on. Don't think because this isn't a super high income skill that you can't make a lot of money with this. So with this first option, you can either pick something you already know a lot about or just something you have a passion in. Alternatively, the second option that you can go for when choosing a niche or a course to create is something that I like to call the synthesizer route. This is where you pick an area that right now you know either nothing about or you know very little about, and you actively learn whilst creating your course. Now, once again, this might sound absolutely crazy, but with the later steps, I will actually show you how you can do this, how you can actually create a course whilst you are still learning about the topic yourself, and then gradually, as you learn more, you add more to the course and make the course better and better and better, whilst you also learn a new skill or topic yourself. If you do want to go down this synthesizer route and learn about the topic whilst you are creating the course, I will leave a link down in the description. You can go ahead and check that out, and I will list in there some of my favorite ideas for course topics. So now that you have an idea and you have picked a topic on exactly what you want to create your course on, the second thing that we need to do is create an MVO, or a minimum viable offering. Now this step is super important, especially if this is your first time creating a course, because most people think that you need to create 10 to 15 hours of course content, create the entire course from the get-go, and they don't even know if this course is going to sell. So because of this, most people just either never actually get started on their course because it's too much work, they don't know whether it's going to sell, or alternatively, they do get started, they do start creating some course content, but they quit halfway through. The doubts start to pop up, like I've just created 5 hours of content, I've got another 10 hours left to go. Who's going to buy this anyway? I don't think I'll be able to sell this course. I might as well quit. I'm sure we've all been there at some point in our lives, right? This is exactly why creating an MVO, or minimum viable offering, is super crucial when creating a course. Because instead of going out there creating 10 to 15 hours of content and not knowing whether it's going to sell, instead you create the absolute minimum amount of content that is still valuable to the people who buy it, and then you sell the course for a much cheaper price than you plan to when the entire course is finished and all of the content is in there. From here, you can then go out, you can market your course, you can get people to buy, and then once you see those sales start to roll in, that's when you get the motivation to think, okay, I see some sales, people are actually going to buy this, let me sit down and record some more content and improve how this course is going to be. Through this time period, as you are improving the course, as more people are signing up, you then gradually increase the price every few weeks until finally you have the entire course finished and the course is priced with the full price. This works especially well if you are super transparent with your audience and you say to them, hey, this is an MVO, this is a minimum viable product right now, but if you buy, then you get free access to all of the upgrades, all of the future content that I'm going to add into the course. You just pay today for a cheaper price, and you get all of those benefits in the future. So now that we know the exact topic our course is going to be on, and we know that we need to build out a minimum viable offering, the next step is to actually start planning this out and plan out the course curriculum. Now, the biggest tip that I'm going to give you here is you need to start with the end in mind. So you want to sit down and look at where your audience is now and then where your audience wants to be, their goal at the end of the course. From here, you can then plan out exactly how you are going to get your audience from where they are now to that desired goal in the most efficient and best possible time. So I will do this in front of you right now so you can see exactly how this looks and exactly how we can break down these steps. So let's say that in my course, I'm going to teach people how to create a web design agency and actually get clients, have like a complete successful web design agency. So the start point of this is people will come to me with no web design agency and they have no idea what web design is. And then the end goal is they have a successful web design agency with clients and they are making money. So breaking this down into modules, the very first thing that our customers will need to learn is how to actually set up their agency. So module 1, I would create as how to set up your agency. And then within this module, I would teach how to actually buy a domain for the agency, how to brand the agency with a logo, how to create a website for the agency, how to do all the legal and tax filings for the agency. And this is just the first module. Once they have the agency set up, then the second module might be teaching them actually how to do web design. In here, I could talk through the best platforms for web design, a step-by-step walkthrough on how to actually build websites, what to do if a website goes down, and so on and so forth. And then the final module, this is just off the top of my head. If I was actually creating this course, I would create more than 3 modules. But for the third and final module in this example, I would teach them how to get clients. So in here, I could teach them how to do outreach. I could teach them how to make sure clients don't churn and leave the agency. And then I could also teach them how to actually price their services. Now, remember, we are first of all creating an MVO, a minimum viable offering. So from here, we really have 2 options. The first option is we can skip out some of the less important modules. And then the more important modules that we do have, we want them super in-depth and containing a lot of information. Alternatively, we can include all of the modules, but then make each of the modules less informative, less in-depth, while still being as valuable as possible in the least possible time. Now, the fourth step, and of course a super important step that a lot of people are going to overthink, is actually getting around to filming and recording the course. Now, there's really only one super important thing to this, and that is to make sure that you have a decent microphone. Now, this definitely does not have to be a top-of-the-range Joe Rogan podcast Shure SMB, but you need to make sure that your audio is actually decent. You can pick up a decent microphone on Amazon for literally 10 to 15 bucks. You can get one of the small ones that like clip on here. That is absolutely fine. As I say, it doesn't need to be incredible. It just needs to be better than your phone or whatever you are going to record with. For the camera that you are going to use to record the course, I would not recommend going out there and spending a load of money on a camera. That's just not necessary. Maybe you can in the future, as you get people into the course, you want to improve it more and more, then you can reinvest some profits. But to start out with, literally just pull out your phone, whichever phone you have, and record on that. That is exactly what I am doing right now. This video right here, right now, is not recorded on any kind of special camera. It's literally just my iPhone that I set up and connect to my Mac. The final thing that I want to say in this section is that audio is far more important than your video quality. Like, people will absolutely put up with a grainy video as long as you have a good microphone. However, people will not put up with a bad microphone like this, even if the video is top quality, the best that you can get. So that is the filming side of things, but where do we actually go to create the course, get this online, and have this available for people to buy? By far, the best software that I have found for this is System.io. Now, if you click on the first link in the description of this video, that is going to take you over to System.io, where you can go ahead and sign up for a completely free account. Effectively, the way that this works in terms of the pricing, if we go up here, is that you can create one course and have unlimited students for completely free. The main reason that I love System.io though is not just because you can create your course for free, but you also get access to the communities feature right here. You can have unlimited community members so that you can not just create a course, but also create a community alongside this, where your course members can chat to each other, they can learn, and overall, it just brings a lot more value to the course than having a course in itself. So if I log in to my System.io account right here, this is a new one that I just set up. What we can do is go over to products right here. And then under the products category, this is where we can select courses and start building out our course. Now, once we are in the courses area, we can see courses. We can also see this tab. And when you start having students enroll into here, all of your students are going to show up in this list. But let's go ahead and create the course. I will show you exactly how to do this. We can click on add new course. And then in here, we can start creating the course. So the course title, let's just call this how to create a web design agency. Then for the instructor name, we can say GeForce North. We can set the language. In here, we can write a description about the course. And then something else that I love about System.io is the fact that you don't have to pay to get your custom domain. So usually with a lot of different websites and builders like this, they won't let you have your own custom domain until you upgrade to one of the more premium plans. However, with System.io, what we can actually do is if we go to settings right here, we can go to custom domains, add a new domain, and then you can set up your own custom domain so that you can have yourdomain.com and make your course look a lot more professional. We can also choose the theme right here. So what you want the color of your course to be. Usually it's going to be this blue color, but you can have it purple. So like these drop-down menus, all of these buttons like right here are purple. We can then add in a teacher's photo. So I will upload an image of myself right here. We can then also add a logo to the course. So I will add my logo. And then we can also add a course cover. Now, just to make this simple, what I'm going to do is just grab a thumbnail that I created for an earlier video. Let's just go with this. And this is now the course cover. From here, we can also create a sales page once again inside of System.io. I will show you how to do that in a second. But then once all of this is filled in, we just click on save. I need to add a URL path. I'll just title this course. So as you can see, this course is now created. And all we have to do is go in, start adding modules and start filling out the content. So we can go for add module right here. And we can call this module 1, setting up your agency. And then module 1 is going to be right here. Then all we have to do is click on add lecture. Then we can call this how to buy a domain for your agency. We can also choose to enable comments so that the students can comment on this. And then from here, we can choose between one of these templates where we want to add the video in. So right now you can see these are full of text for the most part. But what we can do is go in here and delete all of this text if you want to and just have the video. So I will stay with this default template. Let's save. Then we can go in and click on edit. And then in here, all we have to do is click on the video. Over on the right hand side, we can add this in. So you can either upload this to YouTube and then add the YouTube link in right here. Or you can simply upload a file and then upload the file directly from your computer into System.io. Now, if I just want the video and I don't want any of this text, then all I have to do is hover over the text right here. Then we can go ahead and delete all of this. And just like that, this is pretty much all deleted. By the way, if you want to change the text here, you can just hover over this and type it in. But let's just go ahead and delete. So in here, you could maybe add like a step-by-step guide or type out exactly what the video says. But just like that, we now have just the video. We can also create a title up here. So I can say web design agency course lesson 1 and then say how to buy a domain. Then we can click save changes. And then just like that, that is how you can create your course. So we can go back. We now have module 1. Then we can add another lecture into module 1 if we want to. And that is how we can build out module 1. Then if we want to add module 2, we put that back up, add module, and then we say module 2, blah, 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 blah. Save. And then once again, we click the drop down menu and add lectures in right here. So that is the course side of things. And then what we can also do is set up a community right here. We can create a community. Then we will call this web design agency community. Once again, choose the domain name. And then in here, we can set up our community just like this. If you've used School or even a Facebook group, it's very similar where people can come in here. We can create a new post. You can choose topics if people want to add this in, choose the path, the title, any images, and then you can post them all in here. You can also see all of the members that we have in this community, community settings, any pending posts, and then you can add the topics so that people can tag specific posts by that topic. Finally, I want to show you how we can actually create a sales page for the course all inside of System.io, so we have everything in the same place. All we have to do is click here into funnels, and then as you can see, I already have two, but let's create a new one right here, and we will call this course funnel. Then in here, we want to obviously sell a product or service. Then let's click into this. And then in here, this is first of all going to ask us to create an order form. So this is obviously asking for the payment information for the course. All we have to do is we can look at each of these templates to see how they are going to look, if we like this. And then if there is one that we do like this one, for example, what we can do is click on select, then edit the page. And in here, we can go through step by step and actually edit all of this right here. So we can change this to like web design agency course. We can then go down and fill everything in here. So learn to sign clients, no experience needed, over 1,000 members, and so on and so forth. Then you can collect the payment information right here, set the company name, and then when people go through, they can actually buy this, and that is just the purchase page right there. But what we would also need to do is, of course, go through, add a new step, and in here, create like a squeeze page where we can actually go ahead and sell the course. So then we can choose from one of these templates right here, like we might go with this one, for example, edit the page. And then we can go through, add like maybe an image of the course in right here, change the text. So in here, we could say like create a web design agency. Of course, make this a little bit smaller. So we want to go for the font size, tune this down in 4 weeks. So we have this right here, create a web design agency. We ask for an email. And once again, remember, we want to go down and fully customize this, but we ask for their email. And then the awesome thing about this is as soon as they enter the email, even if they don't buy the course on the next page, they are going to be added to our contacts list right here. And then we can go through and create automated emails inside of System.io to email people out, remind them of the course, and get them to buy on the back end. As I said, System.io is by far the best software that you can use when creating a course. And if you are still a little bit unsure on how to use this, I will leave a link in the description of this video to my full in-depth System.io tutorial. The fifth step is going to be pricing. Now, the price that you choose for your course is going to completely depend on the topic or industry that your course is in. For example, a course that teaches people how to code and then at the end, how to actually get a job in coding. This has the potential to make people hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you are creating a course like this and you charge 2K, that is not beyond crazy, and that's a pretty reasonable price for that course. Alternatively, if you are creating a course on baking, you're going to have a much harder time charging 2K for that, and a much more reasonable price is going to be like 50 to 100 bucks. So you really need to think of the value that people are going to get from your course. What's the end goal that this is going to allow them to do? And then adjust the price accordingly depending on what that is. What I would say though is don't get completely caught up on what the final price of your course is going to be, because realistically that's completely irrelevant. Remember, we are first of all creating an MVO, the minimum viable product. So what we are going to do is charge a much cheaper price for the course. And then as we gradually adjust it up, the market will tell us exactly what that course is worth. For example, if you charge your course at $1,000 and then you try to increase it to 1.5 and see a massive drop off in sales, then you know the value of your course is $1,000. So that's a much better way to do it rather than trying to just guess the price of the course without any information or any kind of barometer telling you what that course is worth. Now, the final and arguably the most important step to this entire process is going out there, marketing your course, and actually getting people to buy it. So the main way that we are going to go out there and promote this course is by using social media. Now, the first place that you can go to start promoting your product is going to be YouTube. You can get inspiration for so many people that are out there doing the exact same thing that you are and creating YouTube content to sell their course. You can literally pick any niche. For example, we could go for copywriting. And then you can see there's people creating all of these videos like what is copywriting, how to become a freelance copywriter in 2024, everything you need to know to start copywriting. And then I guarantee for 99% of these people, if we click into these videos, look at this. The 4 skills you need to be a successful copywriter. We go over here. And then on this page, if we click enroll now, look at that. She's selling a course. Now, if we go back to this guy at the top, let's have a look in the description. How to start and scale a successful agency, master digital marketing. And I guarantee that both of these right here are once again going to be courses or masterminds or something like this. Yeah, free mini course that will lead to a paid course. And then in here, get instant access, another course right here. So that is the number one way to do this, and probably the best and most profitable, although it does take a long time to build up a YouTube following. Once you do get that following, wow, can you make a lot of money with course sales. So what I would recommend doing is just coming here onto YouTube, looking what other people in your niche are doing, and then creating similar videos to them to provide free value to the market. And then in return, people will like what you are saying, resonate with you, and then go ahead and buy your course. Another way that we can do this is actually through Instagram. So somebody that I know is really killing it with this method is this woman right here. And she will basically create more short form content. I'm actually pretty sure she has a YouTube channel as well. So this woman is doing this fantastically, these exact methods, using social media to promote her course. Now, you can see that with YouTube, she doesn't get too many views on her content. However, on Instagram, this is going to be a lot more. So you can see just the amount of views she's getting on all of her content right here by creating these short reels. And then in her bio right here, this is of course going to be a course or a community. So she has a free newsletter, quit your 9 to 5, Fiverr courses, side hustling course. So once again, you can go over to Instagram, take a look through the type of reels and short form content that people in your niche are creating, and then create similar content for yourself, telling people that there is a link in your bio and to go ahead and buy the course through that. The final traffic source that I want to show you is here on Twitter. Now, this is not a traffic source that a lot of people talk about. However, if we look for this guy, for example, we can see he has 104,000 followers, and he literally just tweets out about different types of making money, all of these different Notion templates that he is creating, and his entire Twitter feed is about Notion, creating Notion templates, and he builds a following this way. Now, if we go back up to the top and click on this Gumroad link right here, he has this Notion Creator Bible, and as you can see, this is $300. Currently has 81 ratings with over 200,000 customers. So Twitter is another awesome traffic source right here. This as well looks like he has a community alongside this, and those are the 3 major traffic methods to promote your course and get people to sign up. So that is exactly step by step how you can create an online course to sell. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button, and until next time, take it easy.